I'm coming on about 5 minutes late for my live. It's been a crazy busy morning, but it has been a crazy busy month. So I'm just happy to be here. Y'all know, if you heard me say it before, I feel like a baseball player sliding into home plate, but as long as I'm called safe, it's good. They're doing an instant review on that for today because I don't know if I'm safe or not. Was a little late, but I appreciate you being here. So it is October 24th, no, I knew I was going to say that. It is September 24th, 2025. Let me just take a deep breath. Whew. It is still September, praise the Lord. But anyways, my name is Colleen Magnus, and I do come to you live. It's all over the place now. It used to be every Wednesday, then I went to my summer months, twice a month. That is working out. But fall is so busy between the Tina MacArthur crops that we'll be getting ready for. We have World Card Making Day, which I'll talk about, coming October 4th. We just had bingo. I started classes back in the home, which is so much fun stamping in person, although I do love stamping online too. And then my stamp clubs. So it has been busy, but it has been good. I am definitely blessed. So today I am going to come to you, and I'm creating with a new bundle called Snowflake Kisses. And it's always kind of hard. You always have to work in advance for the holidays. But I picked this bundle because it wasn't like a Christmas bundle. It was really pretty much a, just a friendly bundle, an all-purpose bundle. So I am teaching you a technique today. That's one of the things I have started doing in my classes is doing techniques. So in my class, I'll tell you more about it. I've done it for 2 months and I think it's going really well. You get the stamp set in your class. You can, if you already have that stamp set, you can go ahead and swap it out for the same amount, different product. And then we create 3 cards. One is a beautiful basic card. One has a special fold and one has a special technique. And those 2 come with directions, the size of the card that you slide in your clear envelope so that you have them back to reference with. So that's good. So you can keep creating in the years to come. So I'm going to turn this down. I do want you to know that, listen up, October 1st, Stampin' Up! Is having a starter kit special for the month of October. It's like one of the best deals I think I have ever seen. So if you ever want to save on your products with Stampin' Up, because you can purchase them for yourself at a 20% discount, you will also be a part of my Stampin' family. I have the best group around. There, I said it because I know it. We're just a bunch of creative people who love to get together. We love our community. We love creating with each other, sharing ideas. I have a team Facebook page. We get together on Zoom once a month and stamp together. So no matter where you live, you can join us. I'm teaching techniques on that. And I have a monthly meeting, whether you're local or away. I stream it live on Facebook. So ask me any questions. You would be active through October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So you have nothing to lose. Now listen to this. Starting October 1st, you have choice of 2 things. Your first special of joining my team, Creative Inspirations, is going to be select $125 in product, only pay $35. Makes me want to join all over again, but I don't want to do that because it's been a good 24 years and I've got a little bit built up under me. But $125 in product of your choice for $35, or you can select $189 in product and only pay $99. And with those, you get a free paper pumpkin kit, you get free shipping, and then they send you like free business supplies like catalogs. So you can pass them out to your friends if they want to order from you. But even if you just want to save that 20% on everything you purchase, I can tell you more. Great deal, y'all. Just try me out. You got a, 7-month trial period. If you like it, like our community, I think you'll stick around. So let me go ahead and turn this down. Let me boot us up first. See who's here. So hold on one second. One second. Ow. Got my finger in my stand. There we go. Alrighty. So let me click here. My mouse is over there, but I can do this little thing here. Okay. So let me see who is in the house. And again, I apologize for coming late, but just had a few more things to cut. So, hello, Miss Hilda and Karen from Iowa. How are you doing today, Karen? Lisa, how are you? I just put your card kit in the mail yesterday, so you should have it within the next day or two. Lisa took my Gathering Moments class last month, so I am sending her the projects. She selected some different product for her class, and so that should be to you soon, Lisa, and I'll get you the video out soon. Hello, Diane. Had the pleasure of stamping with Diane. Yes, gorgeous weather in Chesapeake. Just pray that it doesn't rain Saturday. We have a family reunion at our house Saturday. And if it does, I guess we're just going to try to fit all those people indoors. But either way, it should be a good time. Whenever you're together with people, it is a great time. So, from Transfer, Pennsylvania, hello, my friend. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you from Northern Michigan. Susan, how are you? And hello, Kay, watching from home. Kay will be on the road soon. Okay, so let me just look at my notes here. Now, for those of you for the class, I mentioned at this class, I was originally going to do my class on let me see if I got it right here. A little bit of everything all over. I was going to do it on the stamp set. Here we go. The Jar of Joy. Originally, I was going to do this as a class. And I think I'm going to do this in my stamp clubs. So if you're local, let me know. We'll get you in on that. You could just come as a guest. And we're going to create with that because after creating with what I did this morning, I really think I want this to be my class for October. It's called Snowflake Kisses Bundle. And again, it's really, really nice. My dies are all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and just show them here. It has this beautiful large die, which gives you this beautiful background. Then you have the circles. They have little snowflakes going around them. This is a corner, which is beautiful when it cuts, and then it cuts other snowflakes. But I really liked the sayings in the stamp set. It was Snowflake Kisses, and I love this. If kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. Winter is warmer when we get together. May the chill of winter be warmed by love and friendship. Let it snow, send in warm hugs. So see, this to me really lent itself to being more than just a winter stamp set. You change the colors and it's gonna last you for months and months and months that you can use. So this is going to be my class in September. You'll get this stamp set in the class. We'll make 3 fun projects, and I will be in touch. Diane, I was going to send a email today to you and Betsy, and I just haven't had a chance. But I'll put this together in a newsletter, and if you don't currently get my newsletter, I need you to email me. I've had my blog in the past where you could sign up for my newsletter with TypePad, and TypePad is closing its doors September 30th. So my blog is going away. I loved having a blog when I posted to my blog. I was not consistent, but I do love the thought of having one, but I'm probably just going to let that go because, again, not enough hours in the day to even do what I'm doing. So blog posts are pretty much out of the question, but that's where you normally signed up for my newsletter. So now if you don't get it, please email me at stampinitup@icloud.com and I will add you to that news list. It's all positive, all stamping all the time newsletter. It tells you about my classes, Stampin' Up specials. And then, of course, if you ever want to shop or join, then you can always go to my creatingwithcolleen.stampinup.net website. Okay. So this also, while I'm thinking of it, this Snowflake Kisses, this is a bundle that you're going to be using at our World Card Making Day event on October 4th. So signups have closed for that, but we touched base yesterday. I have 3 spots available. So if you let me know, what is today, Wednesday? Let me know within the next 24 hours if you would like to come. It's going to be a great time. So I am showcasing the Gathering Moments bundle there. We're stamping with the Snowflake Kisses. You'll be doing a different technique with that. It is at Memorial United Methodist Church off Indian River Road in Virginia Beach. It's October 4th, coming up a week from this Saturday, 11 to 3 o'clock, and we will have door prizes, potluck brunch. You're going to play 3 games of bingo with fun bingo prizes. We're going to have door prizes. You're going to stamp 6 projects and then a bonus project, and you get all that for $65 and then some. It's an optional swap, but I need to know within the next 24 hours, noontime tomorrow, Thursday, if anybody else wants to come. So let's get started. I think I've talked enough at the moment. Okay, so what you're going to create, this is a technique. I used to do technique classes years ago, and we did it as a 6x6 because we sold the 6x6 folders, and this was really cool. This was called emerging designer paper, and the reason I'm showing you this because it is a little bit easier to see it on this. Y'all know I was scrambling this morning, and man, I could have just kept creating all day, and I might have to because again, I've loved using this Snowflake Kisses. But what this is you actually emboss clear, you emboss clear on designer paper. So this was my stamp that I embossed clear, and that seals the designer paper underneath the embossing. Then I took, it was probably chocolate chip back then, but then I took chocolate chip and a sponge and I rubbed it all over it. And when I did that, it's not going to stick to the embossing powder. I wiped it off, but you can't tell that all this is designer paper. Now, isn't that cool? So that is called emerging designer paper because you can see the designer paper through that. So when I first saw the Snowflake Kisses, I said, and this is my sloppy copy, y'all. We're going to try it in a different color. I said, you know what? I love the, let's see, we got it right here. There we go. And there you have, looks better this way. You have this die. So this die, I did a card last week, or last 2 weeks ago, that looked like this. So this is how the die cuts. And it's beautiful because it gives you all the snowflakes as your background. I have a video on this that you can see on my channel. But here, I want to take this die and I wanted to do that emerging embossing. So this is what I kind of put together. I'm going to do it in different colors because snowflakes are always blue. It's time to experiment. But basically what I have done is I cut that design, that background as a template. Then I laid it on my designer paper and I'm using beautiful bokeh. So it wasn't quite as distinct as this. That's why I wanted to show you this as an example. But it is pretty because you could see the bokeh and then that's what it is underneath all of the embossing. So this is what we're going to make today. And it's a cool technique. And don't think of just this. Stretch your mind and look at what you have in your craft room, in your stamp room. You know, any kind of a solid stamp will work. Any kind of a designed background will work. So this is what I'm going to show you. Let me see. Sandra, I'm glad you're here. Hello, Gwen. And hey, Teresa. Let's get started. And again, I'm going on a wing and a prayer today. Danny and I are trying to get our final plans to our Utah trip. Just lots going on. Fall is great, but fall is busy. Okay, what you're going to need, and I haven't even made this card, so you're making it with me. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inch. I scored it at 5 1/2. Fresh Freesia. Such a beautiful color. Let me grab this here. Then, as Stampin' Up does so wonderful at putting our colors together, I've got 4 by 5 1/4 Highland Heather. Now here, look how pretty this is. This is beautiful bokeh. So this is 4 1/4 by 5, and we're going to cut it to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And the reason we're going to do that is because when I first tried to cut it smaller for my template, all these pieces came out. I have to have an edge. I kind of have to have an edge because if I cut it smaller, it's not going to be a template. It's going to be a hot mess is what it's going to be. So again, the template I cut at 4 1/4, 5 1/2. I can always trim these things down. And that is going to go on my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 bokeh, but then I'll cut it down. Now for my inside, let me put my template. My inside, I do have 5 1/4 by 4 basic white, 2 strips, 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 beautiful bokeh. I just left them 6 inches, so I know I have enough to get through there because that's going to be for my inside. Then I did keep the circle because I don't want to emboss in the center. And let me grab a ruler because I didn't measure these. Oh, let me see. This is Highland Heather. This looks like it's about 3 1/8. by 7/8. And then this is 3/4 by like right under, 1/16 under 3 inches. Not that that probably matters, make it 3 inches if you want. But those three will all layer together. So go ahead and take your screenshot. Then I'm also going to, again, this is the paper I'm using, Beautiful Bokeh. And it really is nice. It comes in some great colors. That's, what is that? Oh, Berry Burst. We have Berry Burst, Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Fresh Freesia. So you have that. I did bokeh as a technique in the past, but hey, it's already done here. How cool is that? And then on this side, it's even a little more subtle. Because sometimes, being a texture person, I love the look of that texture. But you know, there's a fine line between texture and too much. This is just perfect. Okay, so let me put these aside, show you this technique. Okay, now my dilemma when I first did this was, let me grab a piece of scrap paper. When I first did this, I said, okay, I promised y'all a technique. So we'll do the Emerging Designer paper. But honestly, look at this, y'all. When I put this on here, that alone was gorgeous. I was like, oh my goodness, that doesn't need a technique. That bokeh, that's how you really see that bokeh underneath this die, and it's beautiful. So you need a quick, easy card. That's going to be your card right there. But since I promised you a technique, let's do it. So what I'll do here, it involves heat embossing. And I made them the same size so that even when I cut it down, it'll be more even, you know. Plus, I don't have to worry about this being over like this. Same size. I'm just going to put them down. And I am just going to take a little bit of washi tape to hold it in place. Put it on my jeans because, believe it or not, I'm going to use this top piece too on a different card. Use every part you have. So here I have this. Now, when I emboss, when I heat emboss, oh, let me back up because I didn't do it the first time, and I think it could make a difference. When I do that, go ahead and take your embossing buddy, and we used to call these a pounce pad when I was drafting. We used to put them on vellum because you had to have your ink. Oh my gosh, I just told my age. Back in the day when we did ink drawings with your T-square, all that good stuff. Yes, before the days of AutoCAD. We would draw on vellum, and that kind of gives it a little powdery top. So in drafting, it does it so your ink adheres well. In stamping, it does it so that your embossing powder does not stick where you don't want it to stick. Okay, so I have that. Got a little drafting 101 there too. How about that? So what I will do is I'm going to take my Versamark, and I made sure it was nice and juicy. And I am just going to put this all over. I'm going to put just a little more piece on there to hold that down. No, you know I'm not, because I really want... So I'm just doing this. Oh, I did what I said I wasn't going to do. Doggone it. All right, let's try this. Teach you what to do, teach you what not to do, y'all. You know that. Okay, I think I'm still okay. I'm going to take my circle, because I did not want to emboss on the inside. I'm going to put little fingers on it so I can get it off rather easily. I want to put that in the middle there. Okay, resume. Okay. So I'm going to just put this all over. And I'm also getting this white template, because believe it or not, I'm going to emboss that too. I mean, again, use everything you have. Why not? And it's beautiful. You think it's what, pretty on white like this? Try embossing it to where it's nice and shiny. Okay. That's probably good right there. So now what I'm going to do is I will take this off. And I can put a little more embossing powder there, because I told you I wanted to emboss this whole thing. And then just a little more here where that was. So first, I'm going to take this, take that off. I'll put it in my tray. And I'm going to take my I'm sorry, my clear embossing powder. Can you use white? Yes, but then you're not going to see it. So make sure it's all on here. Come back this way. Okay, so here I have that. I think it's going to emboss really pretty, except that is pretty jacked up in the middle because I got embossing paste on it. But you know what? Let's try this. It's not embossed until you heat set it. So for what it's worth, I'll try to take some of that out of there. I'm blowing on it, but I don't want to blow over my tray, right? Okay, and I have that circle, which I will probably just go ahead and put it back on there. I'll cut another piece and put it on there. I also could have just embossed it and said, be done with it. Okay. I'll get in a different light. All right, close enough. We'll have to do. I'm going to emboss this in a minute. But then, as I told you, I'm also going to take the template here that I had, and I'm going to emboss that. And then it comes out glossy, which is so cool. Make sure I get it on there good. One more time. You know, tell them a no rush. It's like the first time I actually slowed down today. It feels good. All right, so then I have my embossing on here, and I'll set that aside. Okay, now when I heat emboss, a couple little tips and tricks. First of all, I like to take a piece of cardboard that I have covered in tin foil, and it kind of reflects the heat from the back side. So I'll put this on here, and I like to hold it with my little tweezers that comes with that. And when you do emboss, some people always, they would take their gun. If you've never embossed before, a blow dryer will not work. It's got to be really, really hot. But they would take their tool and they would go all over. Well, see, to me, I can't see that. So you're going to want to turn it on so it heats up a little bit. And then you'll watch, I hope you can see it on the screen, you're going to watch me go slowly around, because then I can kind of see when it starts melting. You got to give it a minute. And you do have to be careful because you literally can over emboss. And when you do that, what happens is the shininess, the shininess is gone and it's flat. Someone give me a shout out. Can you see that changing at all? Where I'm watching. I hope you can. But that's how I do it, because I can actually see it coming around. And if you go over it and it's not getting shiny anymore, you know it's done. So that's pretty too, y'all. I don't know if you can see that. That is just embossing and leaving it. If I wanted to do that, let me see my screen if I could see it. See the snowflakes? Okay. So then what I'm going to do, since I had this one, I will also emboss this, because again, it is something that I will trim down a little bit to go on my card. I'll do this. Again, I'll wait till I can see it. I'll have to move that in a little bit. But this is cool because it gives it a really glossy look. And I'm not going to just throw this out either. I think you could do a lot with it. Now at our World Card Making Day event, I will be showing other techniques sharing other techniques with you that I've made with this. And you will do a technique, but it will not be this one. It'll be a whole nother one. I can teach you as much as I can. Okay. So as I said, I'll take that off there. And just for that one little spot, I want to make sure I emboss it. Okay, so were you guys able to see it melting on there? But this is what it looks like when it's embossed. And this is going to be a future card for me. I started it this morning, but this is what it's going to look like on here. You know, it's how do you say it? It looks like it's enamel. It is so pretty. So now that I have that, we'll go ahead and take this. And I was playing with the colors. I'm hoping that Highland Heather will be enough to block that out. But I will take this. And again, I'm going to take this template and I will put it on here. And if you get it even, it's going to make like a circle around there. You'll see what I'm talking about. So brand new brush, but I'm taking our blending brush and I'll put it on here and I will start going around and see how that cardstock is emerging behind it. Now you do want, as you go, you could take a paper towel, because even though it doesn't really stick to it, in time it can dry on it. But look at how this is coming out. So what I'm doing is I'm really blocking out the designer paper with my color as I come around. Let's see something. Don't have, seeing if I had any comments on there. I'll come around. But look how pretty this is. So yeah, so the Highland Heather is working to block that out. Here we go. And this, I think if I had a more, a different type of designer paper, you would see the pattern, but I still think it gives it a really nice look. So then when I take this off, that's what I have. Okay, I'm trying to see, hold on, let me get my mouse here. Let's see something. So I'm going to cut that down now. All right, let me see. So Karen is liking the die cut. Beautiful with this technique. I haven't done the embossing technique in years. You know, a lot of times people forget about the embossing technique, but this was the first thing that really grabbed my attention when it came to stamping, because how cool was it that you could heat something and it just, we always did it in gold and silver, and oh my goodness, that just set the stage for everybody. Okay, so to put the card together, I will take my Fresh Freesia card base, fold it in half, give it a good little crease. Then I have my Highland Heather. So this is the 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I am going to cut this down to this here, 3 7/8 and 5 1/8. So I have a smaller border, and I can cut it down a little bit more if I want. So here, I will go ahead, make sure I'm not, I guess I am going to have to put it here. We'll start with that. 7/8. Might have to be a little bit smaller than that. Okay. I think it will. don't want that edge. My other one, it worked out bigger. Okay, and then when I cut this, so I'm just going along the lines where it's embossed. Just like that. Let's give it maybe a 5. So when I put it on here, I have that. Just like that. And give just one more little smidge in here that looked a little bit crooked. Okay. So when I put this on here, since it did curl up a little bit from that, I am going to use some liquid glue. Let's see. And I'm going to get it close to the edges. Like so. So keep in mind, this will be the October card class. I just see so many things I could do with this. Always turn it over. And then with this, I could lay it flat, but I am going to go a little bit higher. No, let's go flat. And what I'll do is I'll use my adhesive in case I plan to pop it up with dimensionals later. Make sure you're going to open correctly. Very important. Okay, so that there is your card base with your snowflakes in a different color. So this was done with the blues. That right there on the back, I used a Night of Navy, and I think I should have used a Night of Navy ink to make them pop out a little bit more. So I'm going to have to play with that. But for the label that comes in the dies, I'm going to stamp with Highland Heather. I know it's here. I know it's here. You know that saying, being creative is very messy, and I am very creative. So true, so true. And I know it's right in front of me. Doggone it. Where is it? Right here. Okay. Changing gears. We'll grab Gorgeous Grape. We'll just bring one more shade into it. Oh, here it is on this side. But you know, now that I have, well, let me go with Highland Heather. I was going to say, now that I have Gorgeous Grape, let me try. So here I will do the Happy Winter. And just to make sure I like it, let me do it on the back to make sure it's not too light. Happy Winter. Yeah, that'll be good. So here, I've got Happy Winter. And I will layer it on these pieces. Thank you, Karen. I plan on playing with different colors because I think so often, again, we lean so much to the blues when it comes to snowflakes. And it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I think as long as you have the right combination of colors, I think you can put snowflakes many, many colors. So I'm layering these. And I'm going to put it up here with some dimensionals. I'll put that, that, and that. So next Wednesday, y'all, October 1st, it's my 24th year with Stampin' Up. It's my Stampin' anniversary. Isn't that crazy? 24 years. Like, where did that go? Except it went fast, and it has been a lot of fun. I have been blessed by so many of you, and I appreciate you so much. So here, first I thought that would go. So that's fresh freesia. All right, y'all give me an opinion. That is fresh freesia. This here, of course, is Highland Heather. Which one do you think stands out more? Highland Heather, fresh freesia, or what I could do next time is maybe do the Gorgeous Grape and then Gorgeous Grape Snowflakes. I think those would really stand out. I think maybe, what do you think? Thank you, Karen. Ah, she loves both colors. I need an opinion. There's many of you out there, but nobody's giving me an opinion. The darker. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for answering. All right. Let's try that. All righty. So I'm going to take, I already had these cut out. I thought would keep that part simple. I'm just going to put this here. That there. Maybe this one up here. Teresa says both. I guess there's no right or wrong then. If it'll go both ways. But I do think when I go to make it again that I would maybe try Gorgeous Grape with those. And then they would stand out with all of that. So here, I like to put a little dab of glue there, dab of glue there, and then just pick these up. Of course, I put them in a container that has glue in it from our other technique. Are you kidding me? Now they all want to stay. All right, I'll put that there, put that down. See if I can grab another one that isn't on the glue. So the Take Your Pick tool is great for this. And if you ever have some glue on the side, just take a little bit of a damp paper towel. Put that there. I think we need some rhinestones, and then I'll do a little something on the inside. All right. There we go. So I've learned it's a little overwhelming creating for about 6 events at the same time. But it is fun creating. So that's what I have here. I can do some teeny tiny. I have a whole pack on the table. Let me see. Well, when I find them, I'll put two little rhinestones there because I do have a whole pack of them. And that'll give that a little bit of bling. I also had, if you have a little jewel pen, a jewel pen, that works really well too. But for my inside, I have this 5 1/4 by 4. Good Lord, look at this. Unconventional, y'all. Unconventional. I think, although I love doing my videos for you, I often think, oh, I should stick to in person. I think that's more my gift than technology and videos. Although you will be proud of me, I am switching to Fios tomorrow. Sweet little girl came through the neighborhood, had some good deals going on, and y'all know I've had a lot of trouble with my internet provider already that I've been with for 37 years. So tomorrow they are coming to install Fios. And I think I'll be very happy with it. So I have this here. I'm going to just snip this. Again, that was a 6-inch piece, and I thought I'm not going to trim it when I can just trim it with my scissors. I will put it in the middle. And I have that. And then I can stamp, well, Happy Winter. Let's see. This says, may the chill of winter be warmed by love and friendship. I think that's a cute little saying. I'll put this in there. Okay. And then I can always put this down there. Or this one. Yeah, I like that one. So a little dab will do ya. And there you go. There's my snowflake. So this is done with Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, and then again, here we have the Night of Navy. So which one do you like better? Let me see. So Lisa said, how about stacking the light on the dark? I'm not sure what you meant, Lisa. The light on the dark. I'm not sure what you meant. Give me a few bars. Hum me a few bars and I can try to figure out what you were asking. And if not, you're on my team. You can always give me a call later. But these are the cards. Now, don't forget those 3 spots for World Card Making Day. Also, don't forget that when anybody ever places a $40 order, you get my creativity files for the month. So this is October. I mean, this is September. We already have October's done. That'll be available October 1st. But for anybody who places a minimum $40 orders, I will send you the PDF. And this is a free card class for 8 different projects. Gives you directions, pictures, supply list. I think you will love it. So you only have to the end of the month for the September edition. You can purchase it for $10.95, or if you do join my team, you get it free every month. And don't forget that special in October, that those 2 amazing join offers, select $125 in product and pay only $35, or $189 in product and only pay $99. You'll get a free paper pumpkin kit, free shipping, free catalogs, and to join, you would be going to my creatingwithcolleen.stampinup.net website, but please contact me before then if you have any questions. So look at that. Look what I found. So did y'all have any questions on here? Please leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Please like what I have and let someone know if you would like them to see my videos. Again, I appreciate today. I am hanging by a thread, so I don't feel like it was one of my better videos, but hopefully I taught you something, because that is always my #1 goal. So take care. I should be back. I might surprise you next week, but if not, I will be back in 2 weeks on October 8th, where we create again. So enjoy the day, y'all. It's beautiful in Chesapeake. Get out and have some fun. And anyways, God bless you all. Thanks for joining me, and take care.